What's happening, y'all boys? And this video is gonna be talking about superior Death Lotus armor versus Sirenic armor, and which one is worth the money. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so at face value, Sirenic, it's like it's good. It's tier 90 stats, 500 armor for the top, 479 for the leggings, and at the current moment the price is 13 million, 19 million. So it's slightly expensive, but it's slightly cheap for this armor. It's like it's tier 90 range armor, so that looks good. But let's just look at the downside of it. This armor right here, you can't repair it and sell it back. If you augment it, you have to create a whole nother set of this armor, augment it again, and then use that another set of the same augmented items, and then repair it from there. And if you don't augment it, it just completely degrades to dust. So it's like it's heavy repair cost if you just use this by itself. Or if you want to start doing some PVM in your life, you can upgrade the regular Cyrenic into the elite version, and it doesn't degrade to dust, because why would you do that? And once you augment it, it has a charge system, but it has elite Cyrenic patches, which would repair the armor. So it, based on the top and the legs, it'll depending on the repair rate. So let's just check it out. So for the elite Cyrenic, outside of the elite dungeons, it will start to degrade. But if you're in the elite dungeons, like 1, 2, and 3, it would never degrade. So if you're outside and you need to repair it, you would just come to the GE, and then you'll make an elite Cyrenic repair patch. It's very expensive because scales from Siru is heavy money. But yeah, you would just use these to repair the elite Cyrenics. And the mask would be 50% repair using one of these patches. The top, 16.66%. And the legs would use one patch for 25% repair. Alright, so now that we got that's pretty much the main thing regarding the elite Cyrenic. It's power armor, it's got prayer, it's augmentable. Alright, so now let's talk about Death Lotus. Alright, so regular Death Lotus is basically almost the same cost. Like, this is the chest plate, but this is the tradable one. You get what I'm saying? This is the tradable one. So this is the one you get from the GE. And in my personal opinion, it's slightly cheaper, but this also degrades to nothing basically. So in my opinion, it's not augmentable, so it's kind of worthless. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're looking for some regular tank armor, no, I would not recommend this at all. Right? And where you get Death Lotus from is you get it from player-owned ports. So if you got a captain's log, you could teleport there. And to even make this armor, you would have to get the scrolls for it. It's free, technically. Like, technically this armor is free. If you got spare resources in your player-owned ports, you can make this and make a little bit of money here and there. But in my opinion, it's kind of no. Honestly, no. So, like, when you would get these scrolls, you have the ability to make your armor, right? So, and what they use is lacquer, right? So once you get enough lacquer, you will come over here to the workbench, go to tradable range gear, and this is how you make the regular one, right? So the regular one is 50 lacquer, and I mean, yeah, the regular legs are 50. The top is 80. But the better thing is, if you want to really get some better tank gear, go for the superior version. Because with the superior version, this is augmentable, and it has tier 90 stats. That's the cool thing about it. When you have enough lacquer, the top is 100, and the legs are 60. Right? So I have the superior version. I think it's worth it. I think it's really worth it because it has tier 90 stats. Because you see how the chest plate is level 50? I mean, the chest plate is 500 armor. And the regular Sirenic is also 500. The legs are 479. The Sirenic chaps are 479. So in my personal opinion, I'm like, yeah, this is a lot better. It's augmentable. It's basically the same thing. The only thing is that Superior Death Lotus takes a little bit of time to get, but it's free. And you don't have to keep going back and forth trying to spend money to make it work for the regular Sirenic. So in my personal opinion, is not that bad. So if we just look at the stats alone of just the top and bottom of Death Lotus, because in reality, that's all you're really going to be using. Because me, I use Pernix Helm, and it's not that bad. But yeah, these are the stats for just the top and bottom. And the cool thing about tank armor, it gives you a lot more survivability versus if you had like the Elite Sirenic one. You see how it says 9.9% damage reduction? Versus if you had some tank, you would have 13.3. So you can take a lot more hits. Plus it has extra life bonus also. So you can take a lot more hits with it. It's like a good extra hit. Like if you're doing Carapac or whatnot, you can take like literally almost like an extra hit. Like worth of damage. Because you know from the bonfire and the thermal bath from Anachronia or Oolong. Yeah, I think it's worth it. So yeah, those are the main differences from a regular Sirenic and Death Lotus. Pretty much showed you what it is. It's up to you if you want to get it. It's free. This armor right here is free, Death Lotus. If you want to keep paying money and trying to repair this Sirenic, be my guest. But yeah, if I was to say which armor to get, I would say get Death Lotus, the superior version. It's well worth it, man. You're gonna love it, man. That little bit of damage, I'm telling you, man, you're not even gonna miss it. You're not even gonna notice it, honestly. It's too minuscule to notice it. Because let's just compare it to Elite Sirenic, right? So if it said abilities, right? So you see how it says 1813. This is with Elite Sirenic, which is basically 2 more than the regular Sirenic. You see how it says 34. This is 36. So we're just gonna see how big of a difference that is. 100 difference. Yeah, that's 13. Yeah, it's only 100 damage difference. And in reality, if I don't think that's a lot. Like you're not really going crazy with the damage difference. It's only 100. You get what I'm saying? This is 1813, 1713. You get more survivability and more HP versus just a little bit more damage. Because this is comparing Elite Sirenic with just -2 for the top and yeah, -2 for the bottoms. So in my opinion, I would say get some Death Lotus. If you want to be super sweaty just for that little bit of damage, go for the Sirenic. But I would say upgrade your Sirenic to Elite Don't be lazy about it. Go grind that ED1. But alright, y'all boys. Catch y'all in the next one.